Good morning and welcome to my first video as TheBackVlog. My name is Dominic and my dog Robin is down here and she's sniffing on the floor. I apologize for the poor setup. I'm silhouetted almost. I also can't see because I don't have my glasses on. But yeah, yesterday my fiance and I finished Kaguya-sama Love is War. And it's a high school rom-com anime about two very flawed people who can't love themselves despite the fact that they love each other. Hold on, let me throw out this coffee filter real quick. I'm making coffee right now. Oh shit. Robin, hey. I spilled the coffee grounds on the floor. It's on my slipper. I'm sorry I had to do that. I really want to talk about anime, but I gotta clean up these coffee grounds real quick. Freaking hit the rim of the trash can and the coffee went everywhere. The old coffee. Yeah, and like I don't know, like the characterization in the show is very good. Like it's a show. My fiance pointed out yesterday because I'm not a rom-com person. It's one of the few things that she's seen where it's like you care about like the side characters a lot. One of the rom-coms where you care about the side characters, sometimes even more than the main characters. I know I found myself caring more about the side characters, more than the lead cast. And it's really interesting to see... Oh, I don't have coffee left. It's back there. It's really interesting to consider how the show started versus how it ended, because at the beginning of the show it was like it was just like a small like vignette kind of show. It like all took place in one room and it was just kind of like little comedy skits, but the further on the show went, the more ambitious it went with its plots and its inclusion of more characters. And its art style, not like the art style, but like the way the art style expressed itself. And yeah, and I don't own this one, so I'm not gonna like be toting it around like I will in other videos. And this one probably won't be too long because it's just quick thoughts. But for how frustrating Kaguya and Shirogane, the two leads, have been throughout the entire show. Obviously, their release at the end, and we watched the 4-episode OVA also, which apparently had a theatrical release, and there's like a feature-length cut of it that puts all of them together, which is really interesting. After so many seasons and so much time of not will they, won't they, but can they just please? They finally do, and the release of tension is incredible. It rivals like something like Pride and Prejudice. And I know, I'm a guy, but like Pride and Prejudice, that's some good shit. I gotta look for my my coffee spoon. I don't know where it's at. Excuse me. But yeah, and I think like the show didn't delve into it, but the OVA miniseries did. But I really like how it expanded upon Kaguya's and Shirogane's characters, and kind of because we got like glimpses of their past throughout the show, but we didn't really like know the full extent of it. But we got glimpses into why both of them are such frustrating people. And I think it's really interesting because, like, you know, Kaguya being a high class woman, uh, coming from high class upbringing, was basically conditioned her whole life to be prideful and view everybody as lesser, which once she found somebody that she loved kind of came in direct conflict with that way of thinking, you know. You okay? My voice isn't usually this deep. I'm not like sick or anything. I just woke up like half an hour ago. I still haven't had coffee yet. So yeah, I'm making coffee. But yeah, and then when you go to Shirogane's character, you know, his mom walks out on him and his dad, and oh, that time is not right. I have to change that. His mom walks out on him and his dad, and you know, Shirogane spent his whole childhood trying to please his mom, you know, like through academics and just trying to be like a good son and everything, and she just kind of like abandons them, and he blames himself, which is why he feels the need to have to be perfect, especially with somebody like Kaguya, who is very prudish. But you know, and I think like at the end, not at the end, but like the last quarter of the OVA series, I think what the show has to say about love is really interesting, because it's not just like all, you know, hearts and rainbows and butterflies and stuff. You're really accepting a person at their best and their worst. You're accepting their flaws, and I think both of those characters, at first I didn't think they were good for each other, because like, you know, Kaguya is she's a toxic person, and Shirogane is like a perfectionist slash pushover, and like I didn't think that was really good for each other. But I think once they kind of learned to be honest with themselves, I think the drive to become a better person can be helped through each other, you know. And I think they have a potential to bring out the best parts about themselves without having to lie to themselves anymore. And yeah, and I think it's just like, you know, love is warts and all, and that's also, wait, hold on, I'm working on something. Love is warts and all, and love is war. But yeah, and you know, I don't want to go too deep into it with like the side characters and everything. Fujiwara is obviously like a freaking psycho. She ruins everything, and she's the worst, but she's also the best. And Ishigami, like the way that his character grew throughout the show, and like what his role played in his introduction compared to what it played towards the end, it made me really, really feel for his character. And like, I don't know, like his backstory is like really complicated, but you can really sympathize with why he did what he did. And I'm not going to go into specifics, just because like I don't want to like misspeak. But also, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. What are you eating on the floor? This is my dog, Robin. She's got a jacket on. Say hi to the camera. I need this for the thumbnail. But yeah, like, I liked his character a lot, and there were times where I found myself like caring more about his plights than the two leads. And you know, the two leads they're great, they're wonderful, but they're also very frustrating. And Ishigami, even though he's frustrating and he has his quirks too, like he at least kind of like broke up the not monotony, but the hey, the usual riffraff, you know. This video is going on for a little long, but that's my thoughts on Kaguya-sama Love Is War. I loved it. I think the show's over. I don't think they're gonna do a season 4, but my fiance was saying that there's like a potential for it, because like you know a lot of other people said that too apparently. But like you know the manga delves deeper into what happens to Ishigami after the two leads, you know, they get together and everything. And it sounds like there's like a whole lot of other story to go around. What are you barking at? 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 She's very confused right now. That's Robin spelled with a Y and not an I. Get it right. Yeah. Bye.